This video is going to be a slightly earlier than expected update and review of the Wahoo Speedplay pedals that I've been using for the last few months. There's been some pretty noticeable stuff going on that I think is pretty important. There's some pretty big pros and some pretty big cons, but to give you a fair review and update, I think it's only right to tell you how much I've used these and what I've used them for. I went back through Strava and it looks like I've done about 800k using the Speedplay pedals and the same cleats. Now that includes on and off the turbo trainer. It also includes a sprint duathlon, a sprint triathlon, and a tap de tour, which was pretty intense. And I've also used these for commuting day to day. So it's been about 3 months, and after all of that, here's how things look. You can see they're pretty worn, and I've done literally no maintenance to them since setting them up. Let's get into some pros and what I love about this pedal system. Well, I love that you can clip in both sides, and it's super easy and smooth to do as well. I know a lot of people say to start with they can be pretty tough to get in and out of, but I found from the get-go they were pretty easy, and now I really don't have to think at all about clipping in and out. It's just such an automatic thing. It's just so easy and flawless pretty much every single time, which is really nice. I really don't like having to use my brain too much or focus too much on clipping in and out or looking down at the pedals, taking my concentration away from the road. I just like to be able to clip in and out flawlessly without having to think about it. And previously, when I was using SPD road pedals, I was having to think about it a little bit more, whether the pedals were facing the right way up or not. And that just might have been me, and maybe I would have gotten used to that at some point, and maybe that just takes a little bit of time. But I do know for you purist roadies out there, it's easy for you to do anyway, no matter what pedal you're using. But for me, there's definitely a huge pro in the fact that I can do that with these pedals. It feels like such a solid connection and feel from the shoes going all the way into the cranks, and it just feels so stiff. I know the power transfer is suggested to be better than some other options out there, but I'm not sure if that's, you know, definite, but it definitely feels good. Everything feels stiff. It feels like the power transfer is good. It feels like it's going straight into the pedals, straight through the small spindle it's got, and then straight into the cranks and straight onto the road. And for me, maybe it does feel a little bit better than mountain bike SPDs or even the road SPDs that I've used in the past. I do like mountain bike SPDs. They're awesome. You don't have to maintain them. You can clip in both sides, and you can walk around in the shoes that you can use with those pedals, which is awesome. And the power transfer seems great as well, to be honest. But now using the Speedplay pedals, I now have the option of using any road shoe, which again is meant to be stiffer and superior in terms of power transfer. I'm not sure on that, but they're the claims. And it's nice just to be able to select any of the road shoes out there and use them with these pedals that you can clip in and out both sides. However, as some have warned me, they do require a bit more maintenance by the looks of it. I haven't done any yet, but it's apparent I'm really bad at looking after my bike and all kind of the cleaning and the maintenance and stuff, just as I am with my car. I haven't washed that for years, I haven't cleaned any of our cars, and I'm not great at washing my bike or maintaining it either. So when it comes to the pedals, that also hasn't been good. So I've started to notice a few issues, which means maybe these aren't a kind of set and forget system. Now, the biggest issue I've had, and an issue that's probably annoying everybody else around me and the people that I'm cycling with, is a clicking noise that's appeared. Now, at first I thought this was the bottom bracket on my bike, but it turns out the bike mechanic thinks it's the pedal itself. And I've realized that that is probably the case, because if I spin without putting any pressure into that particular pedal, the right side, I can't hear anything. Then the more pressure I apply into the right pedal, the louder the noise gets and the louder the clicking gets. See if you can hear that clicking. So I'm not sure how well you can hear that over the drivetrain and the background noise, but that's kind of the noise and the clicking. So flat shoes on now, got the Vivos on obviously, and we'll see if we can hear it, just so we're kind of ruling out the fact that it's potentially the cleats. Oh man, there it is. And it's just repetitive, it's all of the time, it's not exactly on and off. As long as I'm putting power into the pedals, then I'm getting this sort of clicking noise, which is really annoying. I mean, you know, the pedals still work and everything, but it's just super annoying. Now, I'm not sure if that's bad maintenance on my part, it probably is, or it could just be a dodgy pedal itself. So I'm going to try and clean things up and take things apart and lube it where I can, and we'll see if that solves the issue by the end of this video. Recently, I've noticed clipping in and out hasn't quite been as smooth as it once was, and it normally is. But I'm putting that down to things just getting inside the cleats and getting a bit dirty. So I'm going to clean that up. I'm going to try and bang that out. Walked over some gravel and some muddy type areas, and I think that might have just got in the cleats. Which reminds me, another good point that I forgot to mention is the float has been really good. I've really enjoyed that. And if you suffer with any sort of knee or ankle pain, I can see why these pedals are recommended. I was surprised to have 0 knee issues during the 170k a tap, and I honestly put that down to how relaxed the float is, but also how secure they are. There certainly isn't any slipping or any kind of unexpected movements. You get exactly what you kind of program into them, and you're able to have that nice relaxed feel, and you can move around a bit, but still being able to kind of transfer power and not having to worry about slipping in and out or accidentally unclipping. It transpires I don't have the tools to take the pedal apart, so I can't really change much other than cleaning it, and that's not solved the issue. So I think I'm going to need to either take it to the bike shop and see if they have another look at it, or I'm gonna have to order the tools. So maybe that's for another video, but I'm gonna have to take a little bit more time on trying to fix this problem. I think if you're looking for a clipless pedal, maybe for the first time for your road bike, I think this is definitely a good option to consider. I would definitely put them up there with the kind of the Shimano SPDs, both the road type ones and the mountain bike type ones. And if you're looking to swap out or maybe try something new, then again, maybe it's something to consider. But if you're happy with what you've got, then maybe it's not worth the change, because it's not a huge upgrade from other pedal systems, I would say. But if you're having any sorts of problems with the ones that you've got and you think you might benefit from some of the things that I've discussed in this video, then maybe give them a try. If you do have these pedals, then let me know in the comments below how you're getting on with them. I'd be really interested to know, and that might help inform other people when they're trying to make a decision about them. But also let me know what your favorite pedals are and why you like them, and if I should try those instead of the Speedplay ones. If you found this video useful in any way, then please hit the like button, and hopefully I can get my pedals sorted out. And if you're interested in any more fitnessy stuff, any more cycling stuff, any more gear reviews, then please consider subscribing to the channel, because for some reason most of my viewers aren't, which kind of sucks. I don't know if that's good or bad. So please consider subscribing, press that button, maybe turn on the bell notifications, and that'll be awesome. But until my next video, have a really good one, and I'll see you then.